For many, many years, we were all warned that this new world order was coming inevitably. And conspiracy theorists claimed a very dark, sinister, and even evil agenda. The kind of thing that you weren't allowed to say out loud without being diagnosed with too much internet. Oh, or perhaps delusions and also the inability to discern truth from fact. Now, this happened many years ago, as I'm sure all of you are aware of. Well, and now, what is actually happening now? Well, now it is like, yes, obviously, the global order is changing. Please stay calm, people. This is a great thing, and we have it completely under control. So, why are you being all weird and skeptical about this? Now, personally, I always find it really amazing when a conspiracy theory becomes policy the second rich people say it slowly and with authority and with a lot of bullshit. Honestly, there's no limits to what rich people will say and do, no matter how ridiculous it is. Rich people will even say that the sun is actually Pluto, and people will actually believe this bullshit simply because most people, unfortunately, do not question rich people, and often they don't realize that those rich people are idiotic. So let's start with an example that all of us are familiar with. Donald Trump. Donald Trump, not as a politician, but actually as a spiritual symbol, because that's what he accidentally became. Accidentally. Now, there are grown adults who don't just support Trump because they actually worship him, they believe in him. If they could, they would probably kiss his feet. They believe he's the chosen one, that he will protect them, that he's literally been sent by God. Now, all of this is really insane and wild because nothing screams divine vessel like a man with orange hair who treats reality like a suggestion and morality like a subscription that you simply forget about and then cancel. It's important to note that Trump himself didn't actually create the chaos. He simply channeled it. He looked at a spiritually exhausted population and simply said, "Hey guys, don't worry. I'll be your externalized ego and your savior." And millions of people went for this. They fell for this. Finally, someone who says the quiet part loud and the important part wrong. That is actually what most people believed. And none of this are politics. This is a messianic projection with a red hat. Now, with Trump being discussed, let's talk about Elon Musk. Literally the other half of the whole prophecy, or the bromance. Now, Trump is the earthly king, and Elon is the techno mystic wannabe. So one promises to save the entire nation, and then the other one promises to abandon the entire planet entirely. I mean, what a paradox. Elon himself doesn't actually want to fix humanity. He wants to outsource it. He wants to end it, on Earth at least. He wants to go to his beloved Mars. He wants to create neural links. He wants to upload his consciousness. I mean, seriously. Now, all of this spiritually translates to, well, quote, the body is inefficient and therefore Earth is annoying and all my feelings are bugging me. I want to escape. This is the same ancient fantasy which is transcended by mess instead of actually dealing with that mess. And somehow these people became the twin pillars of the modern belief system. I mean, how? Did I wake up in a parallel universe? Trump says, I alone can fix it. Whereas Elon says, actually, no one can fix this. Let's just reboot the entire species and I'll do everything myself because I'm a genius. So one sells salvation through dominance, and then the one sells salvation through escapism. Neither one is healthy nor normal. They simply need to maybe pick their God. So, here is the really funny part. The New World Order used to be framed years ago as an oppression, as something that's going to be really bad and evil and just horrible. And now suddenly it's framed as growth, as just trust the process, guys. There's a necessary transition, and discomfort is part of evolution. I don't know who came up with that slogan, but that person should be fired. Because none of this new age political bullshit, none of it's enlightenment, all of it is corporate spirituality, empty. So, do you want to know what the real joke is? Well, people today are still arguing about whether or not it's real while actually living directly inside this circle, this cycle. And that is absolutely insane. It blows my mind. Not that Trump or Elon Musk are actually villains. We know that. But that we turned them into symbols and then pretended we weren't doing religion all over and over again. We weren't worshipping people again. But these were clearly different gods on the same altar. Now, if you are laughing as I am, then good. And if you are uncomfortable, then that is even better. Because the most dangerous belief system isn't actually the one that scares you the most, that keeps you awake at night. The most dangerous belief system is the one that tells you to relax while everything quietly changes underneath your feet. Just sit back and relax. That's it. As easy as that. For years and years, we were all told that the New World Order was coming. A new world order of shadowy elites, evil plans, and doom. Say it out loud, and people treated you like you'd stopped blinking normally, or maybe like you lost a couple of screws. And now, today, what's going on? Well, today it is like, well, yes, obviously, the global order is shifting. Please, people, calm down. Everything is fine. This is the same phrase, just with a different vibe, and it turns out it wasn't a conspiracy. It was actually a rebrand. So let's talk about the two high priests from this era, and those are Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Now, these guys aren't heroes, not villains either. They are more symptoms of a systemic collapse of the whole world. Trump himself is a very complicated man. Trump is what happens when narcissism, grievance, and then also showmanship get mistaken for strength. So it's only fake strength. The age old saying, fake it till you make it. Now, this is a man who did a lot of really bad things, such as bragging about sexual abuse on tape. He ran a casino into bankruptcy. He suggested disinfectant like it was a life hack. He actually turned the presidency into a live action ego experiment and probably enjoyed it. And besides all of these things, somehow people looked at that and said, yes, Trump, this man was chosen by God. Now, guys, that is not leadership. That is spiritual desperation that's simply wearing a red tie with orange hair. People didn't actually follow Trump because he was a coherent person. They simply followed him because he gave them permission. He gave them the necessary permission to be angry, to be petty, to be loud, and absolutely convinced that they were always right, just like Trump. Now that is intoxication and narcissism and manipulation. So let's quickly shoot over to Elon Musk because Elon is a completely different flavor of unhinged. He is just strange. Now, Trump wants to rule Earth, but Elon, he wants to leave Earth. He wants to leave Earth and go to Mars. This is a man who is obsessed, and I mean obsessed, spiritually and existentially obsessed with escaping this planet Earth. He wants to go to Mars. He wants to get involved in neural implants. He wants to save humanity by turning humanity into hardware. Now, this is really funny actually, because nothing says I care about humanity like wanting to abandon 8 billion people and then start over with a curated group of nerds and embryos. Nothing about that is normal. Just nothing. Elon doesn't talk like a human being. He talks like a guy who thinks emotions are merely a software bug. He doesn't understand emotions. And the more money and power and influence he gets, well, the less he pretends to actually be otherwise, the less he pretends to be decent. Now, here is where it gets really, really, really stupid. These two people, Trump and Elon, actually decided to align. So the guy who believes that he himself was chosen by destiny and God, and then the guy who believes he is designing the future of the human species, decided to align together, to work together. One, Trump, offers political power, and the other, Elon, offers technological mythology. Because that's what it is, mythology. It is not a partnership, it is a mutual hallucination built on a mutual delusion. Trump gets legitimacy and Elon gets all the influence, and the public gets told that all of this is massive progress. We should all be so happy and so proud and so excited. And, well, yes, before anyone hyperventilates, let's just be precise here. Trump didn't actually invent Epstein, but Trump did actually run in the same elite social circles as Epstein, which was photographed with him and then publicly praised him before pretending that he nor the photograph ever existed. Now, that is not a conspiracy. That is real, actual documented evidence of history and also very selective amnesia. Now, Elon himself is a different character. This man overshares like a man who has never before been told no, or zip it, or shut up, or it's just too much. He has breeding obsessions, population panic, posting like a divorced dad who discovered Nietzsche and ketamine literally at the same time. By the way, not a good combination at all. And we are all supposed to see this as a victory. We are supposed to see Trump and Elon as visionaries. No, it's what happens when wealth removes friction and nobody can interrupt you mid thought. There's a very interesting spiritual angle that almost nobody wants to admit. And that is that people are replacing meaning and the meaning of finding meaning with men, usually unworthy men. Trump himself becomes the strong man, the savior, and then Elon becomes the futuristic prophet. And questioning either one of these men gets framed as hearsay, as paranoia, as delusion, as jealousy, just everything. If you criticize Trump, then, well, you hate freedom. And likewise, if you criticize Elon, then you hate the future. Now, there is nothing rational about this at all. This is simply religion with better Wi Fi. There's nothing more to this. So, when you hear people saying, just relax, this is simply how the world is changing, what they really mean is, please, 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 don't look too closely at who is steering all of this. Because the New World Order didn't just arrive suddenly nor violently. It arrived confidently. It arrived arrogantly. It arrived strategically. It arrived wrapped in memes, slogans, and billionaire podcasts. This has been in the making for a very, very long time. And the ultimate joke about, well, all of this is that we were warned. We were warned it would be dark and secretive. And, well, instead, it's loud, embarrassing, and happening in public all the time, while everyone argues about vibes. So feel free to laugh if you really want to, because you should. Because mockery is one of the very last tools left that actually still work. And if this era that we're living in today has taught us anything, then it is this: the end of the world doesn't come with trumpets at all. It actually comes with two rich men arguing on the internet about who is the biggest narcissist, while everybody else is told to just calm down and call it evolution, call it quits. Just ignore it. So, while many people choose to live in complete denial about these things, this happens to be the absolute truth. And if you just think about this a little while longer and a little bit deeper, then you will also see what I see and what other people are seeing. So while the whole world is arguing about who's right and who's wrong, this just so happens to be the absolute, unfiltered truth. You can also follow me on Patreon, where I post a lot of different content that I don't share here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.